everybody. We made it up to Flagstaff. I'm currently at the Flagstaff Ranger Station for the Coconino National Forest. It's windy as hell. Apologize, I don't have a good mic, so hopefully this is coming through okay. I'm gonna check in here and get a pass or to get firewood, basically. So I gotta get a permit and you can get some firewood. So I'm gonna grab some firewood here and take it on up to Utah for the eclipse. All right, you guys, quick update. So I didn't need to get a permit after talking to the folks from the National Forest Service and everything, because I'm only getting like 10 to 15 pieces to take up for the fire, and I'm not getting a cord. If you want to get like either about a cord or a half cord or anything larger than that, then you definitely have to get a permit. And they have areas marked out on some maps that they show you, and you get your permit and everything, where you can go out and get a cord of wood. And usually they're monitored sites, so if you do get a permit, just make sure you get your cord, get your legal fill and nothing more. Some of the wood has been down for over a year and some of it's relatively fresh. So if you are coming up here, stop off at the ranger station. They'll give you a couple locations for firewood where you can pick some up and just give you some information on what is considered down and usable wood for fires when you're at campsites. All right, I'm gonna go and head back over to my friend's house. We're actually gonna watch the Diamondbacks game. Then I'm gonna head out near where the wood is and probably camp there tonight, grab my wood, and then head north.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, the sun is just cracking up right now. It's probably about 6:30 in the morning. I was able to get over and pick up some firewood last night and trimmed it up, and it wasn't too chilly. It's a little chilly this morning. I'm actually loving it. Been down in Phoenix all summer, and I think even right now, mid-October in Phoenix, the low is in the low 70s, high 60s. So right now it feels like it's about 35 degrees outside, and I know today's gonna stay chilly and get even chillier tonight when I get up into Utah. I think the low is supposed to be around 24, so I'm gonna get things packed up and keep heading north so we can see that friggin' eclipse. All right, let's do this.
US 89 North from Flagstaff to Page, Arizona is one of my favorite drives for several reasons. The vastly different types of landscape you experience can only be found on this stretch of highway. As you make your way out of Flagstaff at an elevation of 7,000 feet, the highway is flanked with towering ponderosa pines. Then you're treated to a roller coaster ride, falling down nearly 2,000 feet to the grassy plains of the Navajo Nation.
Hey guys, I'm in Cameron, Arizona. Just about to cross over the Little Colorado River. Stopped to get a cup of coffee and maybe a breakfast sandwich, but the local Burger King here is not open, which is probably good for me anyway, so I just got coffee. I did get a tire pressure failure on this tire right here, but I think everything is okay. I've checked the tire, I checked the pressure itself, and it all seems to be fine. So, and then just as I was getting in the camera and pulling in the parking lot, the error message went off. So don't know if it's just because it's the first time the truck's been in cold weather for a while and things are tightening up and loosening, who knows, but I think everything's working out pretty good. Let's get on the road.
The landscape makes a dramatic change as you approach Cameron, Arizona and the Little Colorado River, which marks the southern boundary of the Painted Desert. Suddenly you're treated to an almost other planetary landscape with mounds of rock and sand and almost no vegetation. Further down the highway, the views begin to evolve as the Hamlin Ridge rises up over 500 feet along the east side of the highway. This ridge is the first of many rock formations that truly illustrate the size and scale of the Southwest. Make sure your coffee lid is on tight, as it is a rough and bumpy road through here. Just as you pass the Gap, which is the only spot to transverse the Hamlin Ridge, the even larger Vermilion Cliffs come into view. Towering over 2,800 feet above the valley floor, the Vermilion Cliffs resemble a scene from a fantasy TV show. As we peel away from the menacing presence of the Vermilion Cliffs, we climb to the northeast and over the stunning Antelope Pass, and slowly make our descent into Page, Arizona.
All right, everybody, here we go. Cottonwood Canyon Road. I'm going to cut on here up to Utah Route 12, which is then going to take me up to Torrey, Utah. It's about a 46-mile drive. I'm going to stop and take some photos here and there and take some video, so enjoy the ride. Oh, and it's windy, as you can see my door getting thrown shut, so I don't know how much outdoor stuff like this I'm going to do because it is pretty windy.
Cottonwood Canyon Road was built in 1962 as a route to run power lines north from Glen Canyon Dam. Prior to the construction of the road and power lines, the area was known for cattle and sheep ranching. The canyon is a mineral-rich fold of the Earth's crust, with copper, lead, and uranium deposits throughout the canyon. Old mines can be found around every turn. On the north end of the canyon is Kodachrome Basin State Park. With a multitude of colorful rock formations and hiking trails, it's definitely on my list for the next time I'm in the area. The sun's getting pretty low in the sky, and I still have about 90 miles of driving until I get to Torrey, Utah, so pedal to the metal.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Torrey, Utah. This is where I'm going to see the Annular Eclipse that's happening tomorrow. It's Friday, October 13th. And as you can hear, I'm not the only person here. This is a very beautiful campsite. I'll take some B-roll of it here in a little bit, but this is going to be a great place to see this eclipse from. Got a bunch of families over here to the right, and got some other people that I'm in a group with over here to my left. And on top of that, there's probably another 50 RVs of all different sizes out here, and a lot of people I think are just waiting to experience a really cool natural phenomenon. So I still need to put my awning out, do a little more setup, and cook a little bit of a late breakfast to go along with my coffee. So hang tight. I hope to take some really good footage of the eclipse and share it with you guys on this video. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is eclipse morning, and we're a little bit before it. Let me switch hands here real quick. We are 8:52. The eclipse here in Torrey, Utah is going to start at about 9:08, 9:09, somewhere in that time period. So about a little under 20 minutes away. I'm going to try to take pictures every 5 minutes and record a little bit of video too, so I can put it together at the end. So let me give you a look. It started picking up as far as crowds go. Got a couple people decided to park about 10 feet away from me this morning, but it is what it is. And it's huge crowds over here behind me. I know we're looking right in the sun, but there's some people over there. There's a bunch of people down the hill. These are vehicles of the people that are with me. There's Jeff and Todd. There's Todd's truck. There's Valer's Jeep. And then way off in the distance, you probably can't see them, and I'll take some shots over there in a little bit, are a whole bunch more RVs. So just tons of people out here. Skies are looking pretty good, pretty clear. Beautiful, beautiful views. A little bit chilly this morning. It's probably in the high 30s right now, but that's all right. It's gonna just warm up a little bit more and be a perfect morning. So let's have a great day and see a really cool eclipse. Alright guys, we're a little over 5 minutes into the eclipse, and you're starting to see a little bit of the shape of the moon coming in front of the sun, and it's coming from the top down in this location. So the moon is going to just keep coming down over the sun and over the sun. So I'm taking photos about every 5 minutes, and then I'm also going to do a little 10-second video clip every 5 minutes so I can kind of piece those pieces together. I'm not going to do a full video because that'd be 3 hours long, and that's kind of crazy. But so far, really good. Weather's really good. Everybody's having a good time, and we're underway. Okay, so we're a little over 10 minutes in, almost hitting 15 minutes. There's a little bit of high clouds about to go over right now, so it'll probably affect the photos a little bit. It's probably going to give my shot of the sun a little bit of texture, just because the clouds will be in there. It's a real high, wispy cloud, so and the way the wind is right now, I'd imagine they'll be passed in the next 5 minutes. So we'll see, but it's not going to affect. There's not too much clouds behind us, so when we get to totality, I think we're going to be in good shape. Right on. So I just took a shot with some of the high clouds in the way, and to be honest with you, I think the sun is winning. So on my photos, they're not affecting it too much. Maybe on the little video, 10-second video clips I'm getting, it might, but so far we're looking pretty good. And whatever you do, don't look directly at the sun. It's not good for you. You know, if I actually haven't shown you guys yet my setup, I rented this lens right here from Borrowed Lenses on internet. It's called borrowedlenses.com, and it's a 600 millimeter lens that fits my camera, so I'm getting a little bit bigger orange glob in my camera frame than a normal 200 millimeter lens. So I'm really excited to see how these come out, and the fact too that I can take video with my camera. I am going to take some video of the totality ring of fire and just see, hopefully it's cool looking, and it's been really great. This lens is completely out of my range as far as buying something like this right now because they're pretty expensive, but to rent it, it was less than $150 to rent for a 5-day period. So thank you, Borrowed Lenses, and I do have a protective solar flare or filter on the front, so I'm not damaging your equipment. All right guys, we're about a little under 15 minutes from totality in the ring of fire, and I don't know if you can tell, maybe you can or not, but even just look at that, the sun on my face just isn't quite as bright. I'm not having to squint nearly as much as when we first started this, and all the little shadows on the ground and everything have a little bit of a fuzz to them, you know, because there's not that solid thing of light. Let me see if this doesn't show quite as much, but it'll be real interesting when the totality happens, because we should have some nice interesting shadows to take a look at. So stand by, it's a lot of fun. The wind's really settled down, and the temperatures are pretty pleasant right now. A little bit of high clouds, really thin high clouds that aren't really affecting photos. You know, might affect a little bit, but not too bad, to be honest with you. All right guys, all right, we're just a few minutes from totality right now, and it's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna throw you in there. That's what it's looking like on my camera. You can kind of see it's just a soft light out here, and then we're gonna start looking at the shadows here in a little bit too. Some of the shadows are starting to get some fuzz to them, you know, not a real hard edge on any of the shadows. And you can see even there, just the way that shadow is kind of hard on one side and soft on the other. And that's just because there's not that much light. It's only coming through on one side, right? So there's only hard light on one side and real soft light on the other side of the moon that's covering it up. So that's why you get that shadow like that. You can see where that's really hard on the one side, so that's the side that's still the sun, and that other side that's kind of soft, that's the part that's behind the moon right now. So it's really cool. We're getting close to the ring of fire. You can almost look at it, but you shouldn't, but we're getting close. This is a lot of fun. Here we go. Just breaking in. All right, guys, we're in full totality now. Ring of fire's going on. You can kind of see it with the naked eye, but it's a little bit difficult. But let me see if I can do this for you guys. Pretty cool. It's going to last about 4 minutes. We're probably about a minute into it right now, so we've got about 4 minutes of totality left before it starts coming back out. Now take a look at the shadow. See on that shadow now? It's soft on both sides because that sun is now soft on all sides of the moon. There's not a hard edge. It's pretty amazing how these shadows are getting softened because the moon is in front of the sun. Pretty neat. Didn't get a chance to show you guys my cool clip-on solar lenses here. This thing's pretty fancy. I might wear them to the bar. Of course, I won't be able to see anything, but right now we're just coming out. We're out of totality. The crescent is now inverted and the moon is now dropping away from the sun. It's very, very, very cool looking. We've got some high clouds, but still for photographs and stuff like that, it's coming through great. There you go, that's nice and sharp. That is so cool. See, you just need a pizza box and some binoculars.
Ta-da.
So we're about 60% out of the other side of the eclipse, and you can see from the shadows here, getting a lot more hard edges and deeper shadow, you know, with a lot more of the sun exposed. So again, it's always neat to see this kind of stuff. That's it. The eclipse is over. We're just a few minutes past 11:58, probably high noon right now here in Torrey, Utah. And the 2023 annular eclipse is finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and look forward to me doing another video like this in April of 2024 from just outside of Uvalde, Texas, for the solar eclipse that's happening there. So till then, you guys enjoy, like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.